Shaw. We're so happy to have you tonight.
I'm so excited. I landed. The first thing I did was call my wife and I said, we have to find a way to move here. Because on days like today, It's just, I can't. It's so good.
Yeah, no doubt. So you grew up in Coquitlam. How long have you lived out of province now?
Too long. Yeah. I left when I, 18? So I left in 2011. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Right around the time you started working on your debut album, I guess. 2015 was when that came out, right? So you're celebrating 11 years now of your debut album. What do you feel like has changed since putting that album out to now? Like, tell me a little bit about that kind of evolution of your artistry.
A lot has changed, definitely. I know what I'm doing now. Go back to 2015, I was thrown into the industry and just being with writers in the room that have had major cuts with like big artists like Selena Gomez or like everyone, Justin Bieber. And they're just like trying to work on music with you. I was stunned at all these sessions. So I was just taking advice from everybody, being like, yeah, whatever you think is best. Yeah. The main difference, I think, would be that I was doing that back then, but now I know exactly what I want. I know how to do it myself. Yeah. And that's why I'm excited about the new music and everything, obviously, in between. All the songs with you, even to the man who let her go, and obviously all the songs that were on that first album. Everything from that album up until now has been such an amazing journey.
No doubt. And you're producing this new stuff too, right? Yeah. So your new single, Run to You, is this like gorgeous, sweeping, pining kind of love song, but it's almost about that gray area, right? Of like, do we stay? Do we go? But it's really about like trying to find that spark and hold on to it. Like, exactly. What's the story behind that? What was the spark of inspiration for you?
So I'll tell you this. When I first started writing for this new project, I actually came up with a concept first. And then I started writing with that concept in mind. So it is a standalone concept if you listen to the song as a whole there. But when you listen to the project, from track 1 to track 13, it goes through a whole story. So this is just one piece of that story. And Run to You would be track number 7 on the album. Okay,
so kind of a concept album situation.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what to expect with the rest of the album. When is it coming? What can we expect?
So I've never done it this way before. The album's done. It's Amazing. Just not, it's written, sorry. Yeah. We're going into mix and master soon, for those of you who know what that means. Just polishing off the songs. Yeah. We're going to release it probably March of 2027. And I've never done this before. Usually it's like, write a song, a couple songs, pick a few to release, write a couple more. But then by the end of it, you don't have this like cohesive body of work. Yeah. So what I did last summer was I wrote everything with this concept in mind, wrote everything, made sense, swapped songs, spent time with songs. And now we have this finished product where we can then dive into the marketing of all of it. So 2 months ago, we were in Spain and we shot all this content and for the album packaging, music videos, everything out there. Yeah. And just so it makes sense when you look at it visually and you listen to it, it all makes sense. Yeah. So we're spending that time rolling that content out with all the songs that we have already chosen as singles, just so we can spend time on content.
So cool. And I guess it probably means even more so because you're behind the wheel as a producer as well. Totally. What does it feel like to have so much control over your own stuff?
It's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking because it's like there's no one else to be like, oh, that wasn't me. That was that guy who did that part. This is like, me and one co-writer wrote Run to You, but I produced it 100% myself. Amazing. And, taking this, releasing this song was very like, I hope people like it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially since I've been off of radio since like 2019, with new music, that is. But I care deeply about the project. The storyline is very personal, and I just decided to dive in myself.
It sounds amazing so far. I can't wait to hear the rest of it. I'm curious too because since we kind of were introduced to you back in the day, you have become a father. Yeah. How many kids do you have now?
I have 2 kids.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. How do you feel like that's affected, your songwriting process?
I mean, I've said this before, but I'll keep saying it because it's very true. When you become a parent, you can't compare it to anything else. It changes you, for good. And I feel like with that change in your own personal life, that reflects into the art. So your writing becomes more clear, your messaging becomes more understandable. You're using different words and things come kind of quicker. At least that's how I felt.
Yeah.
I was just writing because you're experiencing more emotion. You're experiencing more just in general, and you're going through that life change that has a huge mindset shift. So it's been a blessing.
That's amazing. Have your kids inspired any lyrics, like kind of unintentionally even?
Actually, Lila is going to be on the new album. That's my younger daughter.
Yay! So cute.
And Everly, my older daughter, she's always coming up with like melodies and stuff. And I have a bunch of voice notes actually. And I feel like for this probably next project, we'll either do something together or make her own album or I don't know what. But they're so talented already. So gosh. We'll see where...
Family band. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. So you're in Vancouver tonight on tour, the Run to You tour. Tell us a little bit about what a Tyler Shaw show is like.
Well, this show specifically, we're celebrating the 10 or 11 years of the first debut album.
Yeah.
So a lot of throwback hits.
Awesome. Yay.
And a couple of surprises in terms of covers. So you just have to come out and enjoy the show. It's energetic, it's fun, it's heartwarming. It's nostalgic. Yeah. So it's gonna be good.
I'm so excited. I'd love to that, before you went on this little run of tours or tour stops across Canada, you put the call out for local artists to open for you, which is so cool. Tell me a little bit about who you landed on and what it feels like to kind of, extend that hand to emerging artists and give them a platform.
For sure. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, and I feel like there's a ton of talent everywhere. So it just made sense to like reach out and see who was out here. I wasn't expecting that much of a response, to be honest. But we have first on is Jenna Doe, fantastic artist, really cool stuff, like really organic, really raw, really kind of like punk edgy kind of stuff.
Love it.
And then Amari, who's actually from the island, who I just found out through the comments and stuff. Pop guy, really good stuff.
Love
I think it was a perfect fit.
I cannot wait. Do we have a name for the album yet, or is it still cooking?
I'm not going to tell you though.
Dang! Maybe off air. We'll get it out of you. No. Well, thank you so much for popping by. Seriously appreciate it, and we love the new song. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to the beach.
Yeah, let's do it.